Don't run into me.
Bye.
Look how safe we are here.
Good morning from the Twilight Zone.
Welcome to Page, Arizona.
Absolutely gorgeous here.
Yes.
We arrived late last night, and as always, it's always a pleasant surprise to pop out and
Wake
be
up to
like,
this.
oh, this is where we are. We couldn't tell.
We made it here after a pretty long drive. It was supposed to only be like 6 hours. It took us 8.
Elevation and towing an RV added another hour and a half to hour 45 from Yuma.
Plus there was snow flurries that made it very hard to see in the mountains. See this blizzard? You said you weren't bringing me to cold weather anymore. How is it snowing?
It's Flagstaff. That's what it does in Flagstaff. And right behind us is Lake Powell, which, if it's 2/3 full, actually has more coastline than California, which is pretty crazy. Today we are exploring, about to go stand-up paddleboarding.
Yes. Maybe a little hiking.
Yeah, and it's a little tricky. It could be 10:30, it could be 9:30, depending on where you're standing, because Arizona doesn't observe daylight savings, but Navajo Nation does, and so does Utah, which is
right there.
Right there. So I don't actually know what time it is.
9:40.
Okay. It could
Hopefully Apple knows, because I'm
I'm pretty sure they say your phone gets confused.
Oh, great.
So,
So who knows?
It could be 10:30.
Always the curious one.
Lake Powell paddleboard and kayak. They are efficient here. They do have guided tours. We're obviously going out by ourselves.
Yes. So we found out that you can actually access Antelope Canyon through the state park portion of it. Navajo Nation part is closed currently due to COVID.
Yeah, and the most photographed thing here is Antelope, Slot Canyon, upper and lower, both currently closed. It's pretty cool that we can access it like in the middle of our paddleboarding trip.
Yeah, you paddle for about, what'd she say, a mile?
Yeah, it's about 3/4 of a mile. You turn down the canyon, it dead ends, you can get out, and then you can walk about a 2-mile trail through the slot, or through the canyon. So. Okay, we're walking down to the public boat landing right now, where they meet you with the paddle boards. We shall embark upon our journey.
We got our life jackets, which come with a whistle.
Which he's very excited about.
It's a balmy 50 degrees here and overcast right now. So.
But beautiful landscape, so we're gonna go enjoy this.
This is me trying to get in the water without
Getting wet?
in the water. Okay. Come down.
Nailed it.
Ready?
Let's go.
Give it to me.
We're almost there. A couple more bends. Almost there. Can't separate a girl and her Cheez-Its.
We made it.
It's probably right under 2 miles of paddleboarding to get to the canyon. And as you can probably see with all those boats and kayaks and paddleboards, there are a ton of people that do this. We were told that this is a round trip 2 mile hike.
Feels like a 10 to 15 degree drop between the temperature in the shade and the sun. So I was wearing a tank top in the sun. And now I kind of want to get that beanie out again. So that was probably 2 hours on the paddleboard, and that's just messing around and stuff. Like
We were stopping a lot to take videos and pictures and stuff.
You probably get here in maybe, what, an hour and a half?
If you were really getting after it.
Let me get my beanie.
Better with the beanie?
Oh yeah.
2 mile paddleboard to a 2 mile hike back to a almost 2 mile paddleboard.
That's essentially a triathlon, right?
Yeah, Victoria, I was telling her, you know, she can tell everybody that, you know, now that she got her fitness in, she shouldn't feel bad about fitting this burrito in her mouth later with those margaritas.
Yes, please. So hungry.
Wow, it is stunning. I will say it makes me really glad that I didn't wake up and go for a run this morning.
Yeah.
Good Lord, I don't know if I would have got through this.
I'm glad every morning for that.
This is cool. Drone shot through here would be really cool. Drones not allowed in national parks for the most part.
It wasn't allowed here?
I don't believe so.
I don't know that I would have trusted us.
To fly a drone through the Slot Canyon?
Yeah.
Probably not.
Not yet.
Yeah. We're not that good. We'll get there. Pro tip, we bought a dry bag so we didn't get anything wet and we could bring camera equipment. What we should have done is pack a backpack in the dry bag so then when we got to where we were going to hike, we could have put the dry bag in the backpack and not carried it like this, but lessons learned, newbies.
Yeah.
This is definitely a first for us in terms of like Slot Canyon hikes, because these walls go
Straight up. It's definitely a different kind of paddleboarding too.
oh yeah, I mean, just when you're coming through. I mean, we're from the Charleston area where it's like you paddleboard in the intercoastal waterway, you know. This is really cool. This is all washed away. This is pretty crazy. I think we're almost to the end. We're getting close. Just nailed that hand.
That's really hard. We just paddled all the way here. It's hard on your shoulders. No, you can go.
Sorry for this.
Liam.
How you doing?
Good, how are you?
Good.
There's not a whole lot of passing space, is there?
Come
This
on,
is like
put
the
it.
only really narrow.
Thanks.
Come on. It's one of my favorites. Okay. Where you would normally be able to have your feet, like you'll slide right off of them like it's sand. Oh, nice. This is really nice.
Coco. Okay.
We made it.
First things first. I think you need to have at least like fair to good fitness to be able to do both the paddleboarding, the hike, and then the paddleboard back.
Agreed.
We got back just in time. Last pickup for Lake Powell kayaking and paddleboards is 5 o'clock. We made it at 5:03.
Mm-hmm.
So there's that.
Yeah.
It was stunning. Obviously the slot canyons are like really popular and there was a ton of people out there. I thought it was a really good experience, but again, it's exhausting. That was a full day of
yeah, absolutely. Give yourself
getting to where you're trying to go.
Day. To summarize for us, it took us 2 hours to get to the trail.
Yeah, about an hour and a half on the trail.
And then an hour and a half back.
It was a lot of fun.
Yeah. Enjoyed it.
Very glad we did it.
If you're coming in the summer, I would highly suggest some sunscreen because even in the winter, it might be a little pink.
Yeah, it's like 55 degrees, but I was paddleboarding with my shirt off because it was hot.
Yeah.
So.
It's that sign.
All right, let's go get some burritos and margaritas.
Yes.
Goodbye. Okay, well, got the margarita.
I'm so tired. And I'm full after 2 bites.
We also got entirely too much food. Way too much food. Let's go to bed.
Seriously. Here we are.
Page AZ, day 2.
We are at Glen Canyon Dam. There is a Carl Hayden Visitor Center right beside us. It opened up into like a little viewing area that's covered in glass where you got a good view of the river and of the dam. But thanks, COVID.
We always run into things that we can't do, that you're restricted from doing. Because the whole time we've been doing this is Rona time. So you just gotta make the most of it, and we always have a good time. We always find the cool stuff that you can do.
Fun thing about this dam is that we drove across this bridge on the way in and it was pitch black. I had no clue what we were driving over, which is usually a good thing because I'm terrified of heights. But it looks pretty from the side. So.
Which is funny because most of the things that we're going to be doing today involve heights.
I hope you're enjoying my discomfort.
The dam blocks the Colorado River, which creates Lake Powell, which is where we paddleboarded yesterday. So technically this whole area is Glen Canyon National Recreation Area. So it's not a park. So we're not going to call this our 5th national park.
Can someone explain the difference though for me?
Yeah, comment below.
Where's the sign? Can I take a picture with the sign? Wind don't stand a chance with this windbreaker. Sad.
Dropped it.
Stop. You're making me dizzy. Let's go. Oh, hi. Cute.
I know how uncomfortable it makes you. It's fine. It's really, like, really. You're good. No, I get it. You're fine. We're pretty high up there. Did it say how high up you were?
Nope.
It's gotta be a few hundred feet.
Ready? Look how safe we are here.
We're on solid ground. You can feel the bridge bounce a little bit.
Yeah.
The semi-trucks going by.
Yeah. FYI, the dam is 710 feet tall. It's pretty tall. And also, Page is only a city because of the building of the dam.
But they're popping because of tourism. Because they got a lot of cool outdoor places to go visit.
Yeah.
So.
It's kind of like a Sedona, but with water.
And where are we right now?
We are at the Hanging Garden Trail.
So it's pretty windy out here, but the temperature is not that bad. If it wasn't windy, it would probably feel okay. It's like 55.
54.
Almost.
Yeah.
Almost nailed it. It's funny, Victoria's like, so how long do you think it takes us to walk 1.2 miles? I don't know. I don't think we know how fast we walk. It always feels like we're busting ass, right? But then we're like, how are we not there yet? Half the time it's because we're lost.
Half the time it's because Thomas is like, let me film this little rock over here. That cuts off like 5 minutes.
That's true. We do have to stop for like filming stuff. Because that's like what we do. But still, we always keep a good pace. And I'm like, I know how fast I run a mile, but no clue how fast I walk one.
Yeah, it varies for sure.
How do your arms feel from paddleboarding yesterday?
Actually not horrible. I think it's gonna be tomorrow.
We found the Hanging Gardens.
Yes, we did.
Let's go. Oh, you're just like a ninja.
I know.
Oh. Okay, I see why people come up here.
So that's the most moisture I've seen in Arizona. Ugh, that's gross. In Arizona. Besides the lake, of course. Oh, the end. Come on, it's like people pay for this backdrop.
Horseshoe Bend?
Horseshoe Bend, let's go.
Right, next stop. Okay, going down the trail to Horseshoe Bend.
1.5 round trip.
Wheelchair accessible.
$5 for a motorcycle to get into the parking lot, $10 for vans and cars.
Cars, RVs, yeah.
All that fun stuff. RV parking accessible.
But the trail's really easy, and there's a ton of people out here. As this site got more popular, actually recently they started charging, and National Park Service kind of like took it over, so.
You can blame them. It's gorgeous. That's crazy.
A little too close to the edge there for you.
This guardrail helps. I'm scared. Careful. Slow and slow.
We jumped up on the ledge, right next to the ledge to get the good picture, you know? It's 1,000 feet down. The people kayaking look
They're so
tiny
small. They're like little ants.
at the very bottom.
Hey, but we did it.
Yeah,
It's a big feat for me.
you conquered those heights. That's impressive. Of course, Victoria wants to do a geocache here.
Did you get the shot? All right, good job. On to the next thing. The new wave.
New wave.
Yes, this was definitely worth coming to if you were in Page.
Yes, 100%.
Worth the $10.
Yep. What you doing?
Protecting it from the rain. Wait.
It's barely sprinkling.
But there's like a lot of money in there.
It's a cannon.
Oh, it's a cannon.
Hey, put it back on her. What do you think you're doing?
It's not?
I did too.
Oh man.
I did too. I thought I was freaking to death. I don't know. Does it seem wavy to you?
What do you think? Did we make it to the new wave?
Well, it looks kind of wavy, so I'm gonna say it's the new wave.
Riding the wave.
Riding away. Is that how you wanted that video? Did you know that all of this used to be North America's biggest sand dune or sand sea?
Sand sea.
Sand sea.
It's a whole lot of sand.
Uh-huh. Look at all them taphonies. That's what those are called, by the way. I don't know why I know that. Like the one in Phoenix. The hole in the rock. Taphony.
Done with the new wave. One thing can be said. We saw one other person out on this trail. Everywhere else we've been in Page so far, there's been people everywhere.
Yeah,
So this is not very well known, but still very cool.
I wouldn't hike anywhere without my oboes. We are not sponsored. Yet.
Okay, so this was a little tricky. The trail, if you're trying to go to the new wave, is going to be directly across the road from Beehive Campground. There's 6 RV sites.
And once again, it's at the northwest corner of it. I think it's really cute that they think we know directions. So we stumbled around a little bit, and then there's a clearly marked rock path.
Park directly across from the Beehive Campground and start walking towards the rock formations, and you'll see the rock path.
Yeah.
Okay, that's our advice. Good luck. Home sweet home. All right, time to go home. No more Page AZ. Had a blast. We are leaving Waweep Campground.
It's part of the Glen Canyon National Recreation Area.
It's $62 a night. They do offer sites without full hookups. We had full hookups because we're bougie like that. Page is one of those places where if you're really into outdoor activities,
This is the spot.
it's not as cool as like a Sedona in terms of like the town, but the outdoor activities and the views are just that. If you're into that, definitely recommend stopping in Page.
For sure.
But we're gonna head back to Yuma, 8-hour drive day.
Brought my snacks. You gotta keep the driver
Yep,
happy.
that's right.
We're also, by the way, actually in Utah right now.
Yeah.
There's a loop of this little recreational area that goes up in Utah. It's not that special right here, but I've never been to Utah.
It's true. This park actually is part in Utah, part in Arizona.
It
So
didn't even have a state line sign.
no. And it's funny because like we're coming from 4,000 feet elevation and it's freezing here, but by the time we get back to Yuma, it's probably gonna be nice and warm. So
Yeah, what do we wear? Like, I'm gonna be sweating when we get back.
the trials of travel.